Hi everybody, I am back again. I told you I would be. I don't want to let you down. It's my last official tutorial of March 2025. I'm starting with a circular handmade stone. It's a nice 3.75 inches, and I put a big center dot in gold, and then I dotted around that, going from top, bottom, left, right, and then two dots in between those dots. Then I'm starting with a light blue, which I then dot in between those gold dots. I just kind of increase the size a little bit every time I go around. And so I'm using the same light blue in that first round of dots, and then I made them a little bit bigger in the second round of blue. And now I'm going to start mixing in, this is medium blue, and I'm going to start mixing in some peacock blue in order to gradually darken the dots. So we're not only going to worry about size of dots this time, but we're going to worry about changing the color gradually. So kind of like a nice transition from light to dark. So I'm making the dots again, just a little bit bigger than the last ones. I don't really have like a lot of dotting tools, so I'm kind of just working with the sizes that I have. And if I have to make the dots bigger, I just kind of make a circular motion with the dotting tool, as you can see there. It doesn't make perfect dots, but I'm not worried about perfect. I'm just worried about making them approximately the same size, and gradually making them a little bit bigger. Usually I'm not concerned about our size of dots or how symmetrical everything is, but for this one, it's a little bit more important, so I'm being a little bit more careful. So you can do this with any color. I just started with a light blue, and I'm gradually darkening it. You can start with light purple and darken it. You can start with light green and darken it. This is all I love doing this. I love fading from one color to the next using dots. It just kind of makes me happy. And mandalas like this are very therapeutic for me. So it was a nice thing to put out right after my birthday. I started working on this one, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I had a great birthday. I just want to say thank you all for wishing me a happy birthday. It's so exciting to hear the happy birthdays from all over the world, and feeling the love and the blessings from everywhere on my birthday, and that was very special for me this year. So thank you all. Also, anyone who has sent PayPals to wish me a happy birthday, or even super chats, I really appreciate that. So thank you very, very much. It helps me continue to paint for you all. So thank you so much. Now here I've added some more color between the blue. I started off with just adding some moon yellow dots in between the blue, the lightest blue. Then I moved to orange, and you can see I'm doing like maybe two dots, one on top of each other. And then the next row down, I do a bigger orange dot. Just to get creative with it. I'm now using a bright pink, which is called Tutti Frutti. And I'm putting one dot on top of each other in between the blue. So it gradually goes from yellow to orange to pink. Then some lavender. So purple, a light purple will work, and I'm doing 3 dots of that. I'm also going to bring in some bright lime green. It's just nice to add these bright colors in between the blues. For some reason, I like doing that. We are going to be continuing on with some more gold as well. Don't you worry. There's not just going to be gold in the center. We're going to be doing a lot of gold, actually. And sorry, it's kind of out of view, but I am doing looks like a little bit of a Mickey Mouse head, kind of. Not really. The ears aren't attached to the head, but one big dot and then 2 small dots on either side of that, just kind of up against that blue dot there. And so that's where we've added a flash of color within the blue. So it's really nice. We're just winging it, eh? So we're not using a stencil of any kind. There are stencils out there available through Happy Dotting Company on Etsy, but I'm just winging it, and we're going to see how it turns out. Hopefully it looks kind of symmetrical, but I'm not really concerned about that. Just doing my best, and that's all you have to do. Choose your favorite colors and go from there. So now I'm using gold again, like I said I would. I'm just using my smallest dotting tool, which is a dotting needle. You can also use a toothpick. And I'm walking the dots around the largest blue dots. So it just kind of looks almost like a little chain link going around there. I'm also going to dot under the little green areas too. Just kind of chain it in there. Kind of finishes that part of it off so that we can transition to a new part, which we are going to be going back to the different shades of blue and gold, and then we're going to be done. So if you are a fan of dotting and transitioning from one color to the next, you will definitely like these. You can do them in all sorts of colors. Like I said, I'll show you a green one after. I'm probably going to make a purple one because that's my favorite color. And they will be going into my shop. This blue one will be going into my shop later on today. I do have a couple of things in there available still. But things do go fast. So if you get the chance to look and there's stuff in there, they won't be there long. And I'm very thankful for that. That is what puts my food on the table. So thank you for everyone who purchases and supports my artwork. It's so important. So I moved a bigger dot underneath those green areas. I moved it down maybe half an inch or so. And I went around and I did that dot first, and then I walked some dots up. So there's little chain links everywhere, and I'm going to do it again with these bigger blue dots. I pulled the gold dot down about half an inch underneath the blue dot, and I put a bigger dot there, and then I just go back in with my dotting needle and walk the dots up and attach them. So there's like a little bit of chain work. That's what I like to call it. Dotted chain work around there. And then we're going to walk some more blue dots around that chain. So we got to bring that blue back down. You know what I mean? Now wait till your blue dots are dry, and then you can add gold on top of them. Or if you're using silver or a different metallic, this is where you would bring it in. Just use the same color that you're doing your chain work with. Or what you did your center with. Now I do make the gold dots a little bit bigger as I go further down. Oops, I made a mistake there. I can go back and cover that after using a bit of blue. But yeah, I'm just making the dots gradually a little bit bigger as those blue dots get bigger. And that just kind of caps them off with a little gold stud on them. But it doesn't take away from the blue. You still see that blue, and you can still see all the other colors that you've incorporated. I will show you the green one later that I did. It's fairly similar, and I did use a lot of the same colors in between the green, like those brighter colors that are around this one. So I just like to incorporate the bright colors to make it stand out differently. It looks totally different depending on how you layer your dots and what colors you're using in the little sneaky areas that you really don't notice right away. All those little in-between areas that actually have color in them. It changes the whole look of everything. So it's really, really cool. So now that I've finished with my chain work, I'm going to go back into my darker blue. I'm going to start with the dark blue because that's the last blue that we left off with on there. So I'm going with the dark blue. I walked those around. I didn't use a dotting needle, but I did use a smaller dotting tool. And now I'm going in with the next shade up of that blue. So make sure you save your color mixes. I like to start with one color and then move a little bit over into another little paint pot and mix those colors in. And I like to keep these colors available to me if I have to fix a mistake or if I have to go back in with more blue in another area of the stone. So keep your colors. Don't overmix them and turn them into a different color and then you don't have that color anymore, just in case. I hope I'm explaining that properly. I hope you know what I mean. If you make a new color, save it because you might need it again. So I will go in with the lightest blue as well once I'm finished this second row of color. And you can really just do whatever you want with this. You don't have to follow every step that I take, but it does make something very beautiful when it's done. And I actually like these ones without resin a lot better. So I'm going to show you without resin and with resin for both the green one and the blue one, this one here. Now with the lightest blue, I am using my dotting tool again. So the dots you're going to notice for this color are smaller, but it is just to kind of finish it off in a way. That light color does stand out against the black and the other blues. But you do whatever size dots you want. Once again, you're allowed to create what you feel will make you happy or someone else that you love happy. I'm just doing what makes me happy and hopefully you like it. Also, I think that I could be recommended as a sleep aid. I was told recently that they're enjoying watching me paint and their husband is able to sleep while I'm playing in the background. So, hey, sell it to your friends, guys. Rachel will put you to sleep. I love that though. If you can listen to me and you can learn and your hubbies can stay busy or sleeping so that we can get to know each other here and we can paint together here. Hubby can sleep. I absolutely love that. Some of the comments that I get, you guys just really bring such light to my heart and smiles to my face. I appreciate every single person who takes the time to share their story with me and to tell me if they've been inspired or if they have ideas for me, or it's just you guys are part of my family. So you're very important to me. Just know that. So I'm going in with gold now. I did do the very, very tiny, tiny dots with the gold. Once again, just to kind of finish it off with that chain look. And this is it. This is it. I painted the entire bottom black. There was some scuff marks and stuff from my fingers moving it around and painting it. I covered that. You're going to see it all resined. Here it is. It does stand out still. All those colors are very bright, but I do think I like it better without resin. I don't know. It's something about that flat look. It gives it a whole different look to it. So I'm going to show you the green one without resin. It's just beautiful. The gold chain, the colors of the dots, it just looks so beautiful. And I'm going to show you the blue one again, but without resin. I took these pictures prior to resin. So now you can see it without resin. And I just feel like it's so bold and like, I don't know, like the reflection from the resin kind of takes away from the beautiful design. So sometimes you might find these in my shop without resin because of that, because I just think they look so nice, but now there's that shine on there and it kind of takes it away. It takes the boldness away. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad lighting. Maybe I don't know how to take pictures of things that are shiny. I know how to look at them though. I love shiny things. I love you guys. Let me know what you think of it. What color are you going to choose? Is this too much for you? Too many dots? Too much of a weird effect? Let me know. I'll take the criticism. But also leave in the comments what you want to see me do, what you want to see me paint, and I'll see what I can do for you. I love you guys. Hi, Beckett. I hope everything's well there in England. I will see you guys very, very soon. Keep painting. Bye.